Sorry, didn't mean to scare you.
Wow, what an intro, huh? Right into episode.
I didn't even know.
Is it 60?
Special guest, Mavers the Babers.
Episode 59 with
59.
another special guest appearance by Maeve. Oh, we got another subscriber up to 182. Look at us go. Look at me go. And maybe. She's a co-owner of this YouTube channel.
Oh, is she now?
Are you gonna read through the fucking video?
No, I don't.
Already bored, 40 seconds in.
That's not that surprising.
That's not that surprising. Okay, I have a couple of trivia things. 10%. Okay, this isn't trivia. I mean, I guess it's not really trivia. It's just crazy. I don't know. It's from Snapchat, so I don't know the validity of it. But it says 10% of Europeans were born on IKEA beds.
I mean, 10% isn't that crazy, right? There's probably a lot of Ikeas there.
I guess it really comes down to how many bed makers are there.
Also, how many people
Is there 10?
Do you think they make hospital beds?
Oh, I didn't think about that. Yeah, it does say born on, it doesn't say conceived on. In my eyes, I heard conceived on.
Oh.
Born on is kind of a cop out. That's bullshit. This trivia sucks then.
How many people actually even give birth at home in the European states?
It's surely not 10% of the population of all of Europe.
Yeah. Not all that many.
There's no chance. Also, another trivia that I just saw, it wasn't on Snapchat. I don't know where I saw it on, probably Instagram, so I don't know the validity of it either. It could be total BS, just like the first one. That Pluto, since it was found in 1930, has not made one orbit around the sun.
Yeah, I think it takes like a very long orbit.
I mean, it must, right? It's over 80, 90 years.
Let's see. I thought it was 90 years.
I mean, that could have also been a little bit older. What blaze on my mama looks up at, huh, maybe girl? I went to Schuler's.
248.
248 years for one rotation around the sun.
Yeah.
Wow. I guess we'll never see that, huh, Mavers? Well, I guess we might because we don't. No, I was gonna say something really, really stupid right there. That was not smart. We'll veer off from that and go into what I got at Schuler's. 2 Stephen King books.
2 Stephen King books.
Do you remember what they were?
One was It.
Yep.
The other one I don't remember.
It was 11/12/63, which is the day that Kennedy got assassinated, but it's like alternate timeline and like time travel. It's supposed to be one of his better books. It's really, I think I spent like $18 total on the 2 books, and it's like 2,000 pages. That is easily multiple months worth of reading for me.
Yeah.
I mean, it itself is 1,200 pages. You're looking at like at least 40 days.
Can you tell he's a Libra that he needs to weigh every decision financially based off pages and how much time and how much it costs? Such a Libra. Such a freaking Libra.
Maeve's been sick, and now today we all feel a little bit under the weather. I wouldn't say under the weather, just a little stuffy. You can probably tell. Stuffy. Sarah's throat, my nose, maybe girls.
Life.
Ears.
Oh, it's her ears, yes.
It's her ears. I took her to the doctor today. She has a slight ear infection. She's been taking amoxicillin.
She seems like she'll recover.
She honestly likes the amoxicillin. She would probably eat that instead of breast milk.
It's like bubblegum flavored, right?
It is. It definitely is bubblegum flavored.
It is a strong smell.
She was told, this must have been Monday, that she was the best bouncer at daycare. In her little bouncers.
At daycare.
Best jumper. Gets the most height, even though she has little tiny little legs. Tiny little legs.
And tiny little feet. Half the time she's like on her toes, jumping on her toes.
It's safe to say that she's gonna have her mother's height.
And maybe smaller feet than me, even. Who knows?
Maybe smaller feet, but right now I feel like they're growing up instead of out.
They're very fat.
They're very tall. They're very fat. They're not wide. They're just I think they're about as tall as they are wide.
I was gonna try on some of those sandals to see if they got any
Yeah,
bigger.
right, dude. There's no way.
I did have a dream last night that somebody bought her some sandals and they were even smaller, like too small for her feet.
Now she's traumatized by the size of her feet.
I had a lot of weird dreams last night.
I have this. My car is doing this annoying ass thing, where it will like. I think I've narrowed it down to if I sit in my car on brake with the radio on, that it does just enough or something. Cause now it hasn't happened since I've done that, and it's only happened at work after I've sat in my car at brake, and then after the day I've tried to start it, and it will just do nothing. Like, it's not the battery, because the battery will like be fine. Like, it'll still play the radio, it'll still, charge my phone, it'll still do everything. It's not the battery. And you would think if it was a starter, it would just not do it. It would just not start like ever. But this is just like multiple times.
What?
I don't think she wanted to be sat down.
What do you want?
She wants to fight me. Just turn around. It will just, my car will not, just won't start. And then I'll just sit there for about 10 minutes and boop, starts right up. And then it'll start up perfectly fine for like another month or two. And then randomly, it will just not do it. It'll just not start. And then 5-10 minutes later, I'll start it and it'll start right up. I don't know what it is, but it's like something like a relay or a wire is being rubbed up on or something. I don't know.
I don't know what this girl wants.
She wants some video time. Finished Ready Player 2. I struggled to decide if it was. I don't think it was as better as Ready Player 1. As good. But I don't know if it was as good as Armada either, his other book. They're all equally. Not equally, but they're all still very solid books. Real good bookers, huh? Real good. And I've started. What is the actual? Is it the Ministry of Ungentlemanly Warfare, which is about the British agency that was formed by Churchill, but egged on by Churchill and paid for by Churchill, that was like espionage and sabotage and traps, and they created like special mines, and it's all about that organization and some of the stuff that they've been doing or that they did. And it puts, I don't read that much historical. It's like historical non-fiction fiction, because he has accounts of like, and like some quotes and stuff here or there about the people. But obviously they're all dead. I mean, they were like 30, 40 in 1939. So, I mean, they're not alive anymore. So he couldn't have had like firsthand. I mean, I wouldn't think so. Even like the youngest ones were like, they were like 20. Some of the chicks were like mid-20s. So they would be, we're talking dead. Yeah, I mean, they would be like 90.
Oh.
No, they'd be like 110. So yeah, so it's, but he like goes like right into like the scenario. So he's clearly like fictionalizing that, I would assume. And then, but it's definitely seems to be solid so far. I'm about 70 pages in.
Is there a Harry Westaby in there yet?
No Harry Westaby yet. Sorry. We went to Black Rock for our anniversary dinner. I'm like sliding down so harshly. We went to Black Rock. It was aggressively mediocre. Whoa! Second
Not
special
our
guest.
Just Kikilu.
Special guest.
Somebody grabbed a Kikilu.
Somebody's really getting into grabbing this Kiki's hair. And he seems annoyed, but then he doesn't leave, so that's on him, I guess. But Black Rock, you like go in there and you like make your steak on a 750-degree rock, but they don't. Okay,
Ours.
I'll just air my grievances about mine. Okay, the steak, they like put it on the rock. They don't, no salt, no pepper, nothing. They just put it on there when they bring it out to you. So that side's already seared, and then before they put it on the table, they flip it over. No seasoning, and they have seasoning on the table for you to put on it, but once it's seared on both sides, like, you need to sear the seasoning in. Like, I mean, it's just like half cooking a steak and then putting this salt and pepper on it. It's like a fucking waste of time.
Yeah.
So the steak was very underseasoned. It had like no flavor. It took for, I mean, you would think 750 degrees it would cook fast. No, it took for fucking ever to cook. And it just, I mean, like, it was, for as much as I paid, I could have made a better steak for $6. Easy. Whoa, somebody's getting antsy.
She's getting hungry.
She's getting hungry, girl. Sarah seemed to be the same thing. And then, like, Sarah's problem was that, since she's dealing with the baby, is that, like, she had a salmon, and you, like, had to put tuna. You had to put this, like, sauce on it, which I guess tasted fine, and the tuna was fine, but then the sauce kept cooking on the black rock for an hour, and then it just burned and burned and burned and burned, and the smell was just not great. The smell of a burned seasoning that I put on mine after, 40 minutes of cooking did not smell good, and it was just wholly
Our appetizer was good.
The appetizer was bomb.
But we've tried it.
We tried it, and we'll never try it again. Unless we go back and get those pretzel appetizers. I don't know, like, when this fifth ocean was a thing, but there's, like, a fifth ocean officially now.
What is it?
The Southern Ocean, or the Antarctic Ocean, or the Austral Ocean.
I thought there was always an ocean down there.
I think there, like, had been technically, but it wasn't, like, official until recently.
Wow.
This week, yeah. So now there's officially a fifth ocean.
Cool.
Officially, you have a fifth ocean. Can you name all the oceans?
Pacific, Atlantic, Indian, and Arctic?
Yep.
And now
you got it. Euro started on Friday. Sarah's so excited for there to be soccer every single day for a month straight. And so is me. So is the baby girl.
I thought at least I'd get lucky and it wouldn't be on the TV, and it is.
No, it's on ESPN and ABC. It's going to be, every game is going to be on.
That's obnoxious.
I'm going to watch all of them because this game's like Austria versus Macedonia, which...
Like a toy or something? Sorry.
Why do I really care about Austria versus Macedonia?
Well, it could happen like it happened yesterday.
Yeah, but yesterday, during the Denmark... This is the last thing I have. During the Denmark... Finland game, Christian Eriksen, who is a very prominent character throughout the world, he played for Tottenham for years, like 7 years, and then he just won the Serie A title with Inter Milan this year, and he's like a hero in Denmark. He had a throw-in thrown to him, and he like started to stumble and like hit his knee, and then he collapsed, and the medics got called on right away. Actually, I think it took him like a minute or two to get out there because it was on the far side of the field. And they were performing CPR for like, I don't know. It took them about 15 to 20 minutes until he was officially taken off the field, but he was definitely non-responsive. And they were performing CPR. It was on live TV. They were showing it from across the field. You could see them doing the compressions. And then, like, the players were, like, surrounding him with, like, their backs facing him to, like, block the people and the cameras. But, like, they were not doing it efficiently at first. And it was just... It was this craziest, like, scariest thing that probably that I've ever seen, honestly. One of them for sure.
Do you think that he actually died? Do they have, like, a...
They haven't, like, I don't... To my knowledge, I haven't like looked at Instagram not Instagram, but Twitter or any of the news feeds about it. But
I just wonder, did he actually die? Because the chance that you have a cardiac arrest and somebody restarts your heart with chest
they had a defibrillator too.
They had a defibrillator.
Yeah, they had a defibrillator, and they definitely used that.
The defibrillator is much more accurate than just chest compressions.
I think they just doing the defibrillator, the chest compressions at first.
After the defibrillator.
Or they did, yeah. Oh, that's probably what they did. Yeah,
usually
they probably did the defibrillator and then chest compressions. It was
shock it to like stop the heart, so then that you can get it back on a normal rhythm.
Yeah. Either way, it was crazy, and if nobody knew what the hell was going on, and they stopped the game at halftime, and then. There was, luckily, it took them like 30 minutes, but there was a picture that was released of them taking him off the field where he was like awake and he was aware and he had like one of his hands up and then he was talking, and apparently he was taken to the hospital, stabilized, and he like was able to call the team. But it was, I couldn't watch it. As soon as I saw them doing the chest compressions, like I was out. Like I just went into the other room and I just sat there, and it was like, it was insane.
Shake it, shake it, shake it.
This is probably the longest one we've ever done. 15 minutes.
Okay, we'll finish it because she's starving.
Okay, well we're starving and we gotta meet up for Shane. We gotta clean for Shane. So, see ya.